In today's video, I'm going to show you how to easily make felt popcorn pieces for home decor or pretend play food.
Welcome, my pretties, to the Awfully Sweet channel.
I'm using a pattern that I drew and printed on cardstock paper. The pattern is available on my Facebook page. The link is in the description box. Using a regular pen, I'm tracing the biggest shape on white felt. I then cut around the shape inside of the blue lines with small scissors. I traced the smaller shape onto ginger-colored felt. Of course, you can use the color of your choice. Once again, I cut around the shape inside of the blue lines. I did the same with an orange-yellow color. I placed the colored piece centered on the white piece. To sew them together, I'm using white DMC embroidery floss. You will need a short length for each piece of popcorn, but I find it easier to work with a long piece of thread. I'm cutting a generous amount of thread and make 2 knots at one hand. I then place the embroidery floss inside of my needle and start to sew on the right in the middle of the colored felt. The knot is facing me and I make sure that I'm not too close to the sides of the white felt if I flip my work. I then stitch a square-looking circle on top of the felt pieces by keeping the same distance around the sides. I finished to sew by going back to my first stitch to make a full square circle. It should look like this. To give my popcorn some dimension, I'm using cotton balls. To make a small and cute shape, just roll your cotton ball as much as you can and place it in the middle of your work. To close your piece of popcorn, pull on the embroidery floss. Place your needle under your first stitch, make a knot, and pull as hard as you can as you are closing that knot. Take your time and do it gradually. To hide the embroidery floss inside of my popcorn, I place the needle right next to my knot and let it come out at the top. Your needle will be angled just like this. I then cut the excess of embroidery floss. You can easily move the opening and pull on the floss to do so. My first piece of popcorn is now complete. I just make 2 knots at the end of my embroidery floss and keep going. I do the same process with the orange-yellow popcorn. If you want, you can play with the shape by making the square circle slightly smaller or bigger. You can also place the cotton ball as is instead of folding it for your popcorn to be larger. After making more than 200 pieces for a Christmas popcorn garland, I can tell you that each popcorn will be unique looking without really trying. As a final touch, you can add acrylic paint for a buttery effect if you want. I personally did fabric glitter paint on the sides and white pearl metallic paint. I hope that you liked this tutorial and that you learned something new today. If you made it this far and enjoyed DIY crafts for home decor, please be sweet and leave me a little treat by clicking on my pumpkin bell to subscribe to the Awfully Sweet channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to know when a new video comes up. There is always enough room on my broom for another crafty ghoul. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have a fabulous day. Bye.